He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always a quiet intensity about him, a depth that pulled audiences in without effort. Engin Akyürek didn't chase attention or follow trends. He built his place in Turkish entertainment through restraint, emotional honesty, and performances that linger long after the screen fades to black. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Engin Akyürek was born on October 12, 1981, in Ankara, Turkey. Long before scripts and cameras, his path was far removed from acting. He studied history at Ankara University, developing a strong sense of perspective, analysis, and emotional awareness that would later become central to his performances. Acting was not an early plan, but when he entered the talent competition Türkiye'nin Yıldızları in 2004 and won first place, everything changed. His acting journey began shortly after with Yabansi Dammit, where his natural presence quickly stood out. But it was his role as Kerem Ilgaz in Fatma Gül'ün Sukuna that transformed his career. The series became an international phenomenon, and Engin's raw, restrained performance earned critical acclaim, proving his ability to carry emotionally heavy narratives with sincerity and depth. Rather than capitalizing on fame through repetitive roles, Engin chose complexity. From the emotionally fractured Omer Demir in Kara Para Ask to the conflicted Sanyar Effioglu in Sefrin Kizi, he consistently portrayed men shaped by trauma, silence, and internal struggle. His characters are rarely loud, yet always powerful, defined by what they withhold as much as what they express. Engin's approach to acting reflects a deeply intentional mindset. He gravitates towards scripts that explore moral conflict, psychological weight, and human vulnerability. This selective process has allowed him to maintain artistic credibility while remaining one of the most respected leading actors in the industry. Off-screen, Engin's public image is defined by privacy and restraint. He avoids unnecessary exposure, rarely engages in spectacle, and lets his work speak for itself. While he is associated with major international brands and high-profile productions, he remains selective and understated in his public appearances. His lifestyle mirrors that philosophy. He values solitude, structure, and balance, prioritizing mental clarity and personal growth over constant visibility. This grounded approach has helped him sustain consistency in an industry driven by constant attention. Engin's influence extends far beyond Turkey. His series continue to reach global audiences through international broadcasts and streaming platforms, earning him a devoted fan base across Europe, the Middle East, and Latin America. His estimated net worth reflects long-term success built through acting, endorsements, and international recognition, achieved steadily rather than aggressively. What truly sets him apart is restraint. Engin Akyürek doesn't rely on spectacle or excess emotion. He builds performances from silence, pauses, and internal conflict, trusting the audience to feel rather than be told. That discipline has become his signature. As of 2026, Engin Akyürek stands not only as a leading actor, but as a symbol of artistic integrity in modern Turkish television. His career is defined by depth, patience, and evolution, proving that longevity is built through substance, not noise. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always a presence about him, a quiet intensity and emotional depth that made audiences pause and feel every scene more deeply. Aras Bulut İynemli didn't simply enter Turkish entertainment. He built his reputation role by role, transforming raw potential into one of the most respected acting careers of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Aras Bulut İynemli was born on August 25, 1990, in Istanbul, Turkey. Unlike many who plan their path toward acting from childhood, Aras initially focused on education, studying aircraft engineering at Istanbul Technical University. Yet even during his academic years, his natural charisma and strong screen presence began opening doors in modeling and advertising, gradually pulling him toward the world of performance. His acting journey began with the youth drama Oil Bur Geyser Zaman Ki, where he portrayed Mita Karsu. The emotional complexity he brought to the role immediately caught public attention, proving that he possessed rare dramatic instincts even as a newcomer. That breakthrough laid the foundation for a career defined by bold choices and powerful storytelling. Rather than staying within one character type, Aras consistently challenged himself. In Matizm Yüzyıl, he stepped into the historical world as Sait Saad Beyazıt, delivering a performance filled with intensity and royal conflict. Later, in Ayserd, he portrayed Umut Yılmaz, navigating a layered narrative of loyalty, identity, and revenge. The series became a massive success and further cemented his status as a leading man capable of carrying emotionally demanding roles. His transformation into Yamak, Kakavali, and Çukur marked another turning point. The gritty crime drama showcased his ability to portray vulnerability, rage, and responsibility all at once. Yamak became one of the most iconic characters in modern Turkish television, and Aras carried the role with controlled power and authenticity for multiple seasons. On the big screen, he expanded his range even further. His portrayal of a father in the film Seven, Kogastaki Mukai's deeply moved audiences and achieved international recognition through global streaming platforms. The film's emotional weight demonstrated his capacity to connect with viewers far beyond Turkey's borders. Aras's approach to roles reflects precision and commitment. He selects projects that demand emotional transformation rather than surface-level performance. Instead of repeating familiar formulas, he gravitates toward characters who struggle, evolve, and confront moral conflict. This careful balance between mainstream appeal and artistic depth keeps his career dynamic and respected. Off-screen, Aras maintains a composed and private image. He avoids unnecessary publicity and rarely overshares personal details, choosing instead to let his work define his public identity. His lifestyle reflects discipline and focus, centered around preparation, fitness, and continuous growth as an actor. Although his relationships have occasionally attracted media interest, he consistently redirects attention toward his craft. Within the industry, he is described as hardworking, humble, and deeply invested in understanding the psychology of his characters. Aras's influence now extends beyond Turkish television. With strong international streaming numbers and a loyal fan base across multiple countries, he has become one of Turkey's most bankable male stars. His estimated net worth reflects consistent earnings from television, film, and select brand endorsements, built steadily through long-term credibility rather than short-lived hype. What truly sets him apart is transformation. From emotional youth dramas to historical epics, crime thrillers, and heartfelt cinema, Aras Bulut İynemli continuously evolves. He embraces risk, seeks intensity, and prioritizes meaningful storytelling over comfort. That determination quietly shapes every phase of his journey. As of 2026, Aras Bulut İynemli stands not only as a leading actor, but as a symbol of depth, versatility, and modern Turkish stardom. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.